Marco Colbert, Speedokote Finish Network. All right, it is the day probably 90% of you on this channel have been waiting for. We have finally started really hacking away at my 99 GSR swapped EK. I bought this car because the swap was done right. It's got an ESR GCU. Everything was wired correctly. It revs to the proper amount. You know, the swap wasn't beat. It didn't have any leaks. It was a good, solid swapped Civic. This car alone, I saw it's got an Apex touring exhaust. Those are like $800. Had Tokiko struts. You know, this car had probably $5,000 alone, $6,000 alone worth of parts. Body kit was the worst part. Now, a lot of people told me, "Oh, remove the body kit. It's so rice." Well, little did everybody know, this is a polyurethane body kit, okay? This is not your standard, you know, typical eBay, fiberglass, rice. You know, this is a high-end body kit. This is actually a Wings West body kit. These kits are discontinued. You cannot even buy these anymore. This is a ultra-rare kit. This kit, even back in 1999, probably cost you around $1,000. This is not a cheap kit. So all we did, we sanded out all the chipping spots, had a couple nicks in, we did a little bit of filler work. Ben's over here right now. He's getting all the dings marked. We're gonna this is just minor body work, just dings, small dings, nothing crazy. So we're gonna start priming on the body kit. Let's mix up some primer. Let's get these things primed. Alright guys, we are finally moving on to paint. Now, a lot of people in my videos, they like to make fun of me. "Oh, why don't you do the jams? Why don't you do a good job? You're not a professional because you don't spray the jams on a $500 car." And trust me guys, I've heard it all. I've done some of the cheapest paint jobs for used car dealers. Guys, simply they don't want the jams done. However, when we're doing like, you know, near show quality work or some of my personal cars where I determine the budget as far as how much I want to, you know, how much of a dollar figure I want this paint job to look like. Do I want it to be a $5,000 paint job? Do I want it to be a $10,000, a $15,000, a $20,000 paint job? I decide that because it's my car. So we're doing, you know, about a $10,000 paint job on this thing. We've got every nook and cranny sanded down, every piece of trim removed, every clip pulled out. Yeah, Ben has got 2 weeks into scuffing every single corner, nook, and cranny and edge of these jams. You know, and there's still probably some people that are going to tell me I'm not doing, "Oh, well, you didn't remove this," whatever. But, you know, this is about, you know, as far as I was willing to go with it for a 1999 Honda Civic with a GSR swap in it. All right, so we got the first coat of paint down. Now this paint, it's very, very tricky, and it's one of those paints that it gets brighter the more coats you do. So anything beyond the first coat, you have to walk the gun up and down the car every single coat after the first coat. Typically speaking, that's really the best way to do it, because if you only walk the last coat on a pretty transparent pearl coat like this, like a mid coat, even if you fully walk the last coat, you can still kind of see the coats underneath where you didn't. And that's where paint jobs like this can get extremely scary, very frustrating, and very intense and technological with how you spray. Your technique has to be spot on for the most part. This paint required like a lot of fogging. Like even after the third coat, I walked around the car with a full gun full of paint. And I really just fogged the heck out of the paint, you know, holding the gun about 18 inches back and just really kind of like doing a really extreme control coat where I fogged the whole car, mainly the sides of the car, multiple times. And it was very hard, but we did get the color just right.
Scientific minds we have today.
There you guys have it. The car you guys have most of you guys have probably been waiting for to see on the channel. So me and Ben lucked out. It's raining right now. It was raining like an hour ago. I was like, man, we can't do the video now. I'm gonna get rain all over it. We shoot the video. Literally, what? 20 seconds after we parked the car in here, we're sitting in there talking. Yeah. Here comes the rain. This is it, guys. It's not 100% done. I do want to tell you guys that. It's not 100% done. We didn't even detail the engine bay. We didn't even shine the tires for the video. I still got to get new floor mats. These seats, I'm like half and half with. We might throw a different set in, a little bit of a darker set, because it kind of is a little bit off, but they still look good. Yeah, we still got to get a modern image sticker for the hood. We might flow coat this hood one more time. Mesh for this grill. Yeah, still got a couple final touches to do, but this is it, 99% done. A beautiful blast from the past. Definitely a early 2000s generation correct, Civic. As far as the paint job goes, we did 3 coats of the SMR 42 total. I was going to go 4 coats, but I just was kind of getting tired. I had already been spraying for 4 hours at that point straight, after like 2 coats of black, 3 coats of the pearl, 3 coats because already like 9 coats of paint in. So I bought this car June of 2022. Sat for a little while. We just started working on it around, I think, February of this year. So this is months in the making, over a year in the making. When I first bought the car, I was putting together what I wanted to do with it, the colors, the wheels. We recycled a lot of the parts. We reused the wheels, reused the carbon fiber hood. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this really nice put together build, whatever you want to call it. And like, subscribe, new videos every week.